CBS is a mess. Yes, the network's fortunes have continued to spiral following Donald Trump's $20 billion lawsuit, which has caused huge tension between management and staff, leading to a mass exodus. The latest big name to depart 60 Minutes is CBS News president Wendy McMahon, who threatened to resign in protest after CBS News offered Trump $20 million to settle their lawsuit. CBS accepted McMahon's resignation as they continue to move towards a settlement with Donald Trump. She sent a memo to staff which said, "It's become clear that the company and I do not agree on the path forward. It's time for me to move on and for this organisation to move forward with new leadership." CBS insiders shed more light on the issue, claiming that Wendy McMahon drew the line at apologising for the Kamala Harris 60 Minutes story, which may have been a key part of the settlement terms.
And this news today about McMahon suddenly resigning suggests that maybe a settlement is imminent. As one CBS correspondent said to me earlier today, it feels like a purge is underway. That's because last month, 60 Minutes boss Bill Owens stepped down, citing a loss of independence. And now today, McMahon also stepping down. Now, there could be perfectly innocent reasons for this, unrelated to political pressure, but the pressure is the big story inside CBS right now. Wendy McMahon had said to colleagues for a number of months that she would not apologize as a part of any settlement. You'll recall that ABC did apologize to Trump when they settled a lawsuit Trump had filed back in December. McMahon and Owens said they would not apologize. McMahon said, "That's a red line I will not cross." That's what she told people internally. Today, she's stepping down, which maybe indicates that a settlement is imminent.
McMahon's resignation comes after executive producer Bill Owens resigned for his part in the Kamala Harris interview, which sparked Trump's $20 billion lawsuit against the network, claiming he had lost his journalistic independence.
The executive producer of CBS News' 60 Minutes calling it quits today, resigning from the long-running Sunday news program, saying that he has lost his journalistic independence. His departure comes in the middle of President Donald Trump's $20 billion lawsuit against CBS and 60 Minutes.
Insiders exposed CBS's parent company Paramount for putting their plans of a merger with Skydance, which the FCC needs to approve, before the journalistic integrity of their programs and staff. This created unrest within the ranks, with a 60 Minutes host even calling out management on the air.
But our parent company, Paramount, is trying to complete a merger. The Trump administration must approve it. Paramount began to supervise our content in new ways. None of our stories has been blocked, but Bill felt he lost the independence that honest journalism requires. No one here is happy about it, but in resigning, Bill proved one thing. He was the right person to lead 60 Minutes all along.
Broadcaster John Oliver breaks down the complication the lawsuit poses for Paramount's merger with Skydance and why a settlement is suddenly on the table after the network initially laughed off Trump's lawsuit threats.
Its parent company, Paramount, is currently in the middle of a massive merger with Skydance Media. And as I mentioned earlier, transferring its broadcast licenses will require FCC approval, and it can sit on that approval indefinitely. That may well be why Shari Redstone, Paramount's controlling shareholder, has said she favours settling the case. She and Paramount have also apparently indicated to 60 Minutes they were very interested to know the segments the show was going to be running on Trump for the rest of the season, which feels like a big overstep. Bill Owens, the head of 60 Minutes, actually resigned in the wake of that, saying it had become clear he would not be allowed to make independent decisions at the show, all of which makes it pretty galling that just a few years ago, Shari Redstone chaired an event for CPJ, a group that defends press freedom around the world, and had the nerve to position herself as a defender of a free press.
Tension between Donald Trump and the journalists at 60 Minutes is no secret. Trump has unleashed on the program several times, calling for its demise. In a Truth Social post, he said, "The election-interfering 60 Minutes interview with Kamala Harris, which aired on CBS just before Election Day and deep into early voting, turned out to be much worse than expected, with her answers being unlawfully fixed, manipulated and doctored throughout by CBS, in order to try and make Kamala appear at least somewhat coherent. The full transcript, which 60 Minutes, CBS and Paramount tried to hide from the American people and refused to release until after I was already inaugurated, and they were ordered to do so by the Federal Communications Commission, shows that the interview was nothing but fake, corrupt, anti-Trump propaganda. And to make matters worse, Donald Trump's lawyers threatened a new lawsuit against CBS, saying the network defamed him in a segment about his actions against law firms. Insiders claim that threats were used to give Donald Trump more leverage in settlements talks with Paramount. Online commentators are split on the issue, with some blasting CBS and 60 Minutes, claiming they should cease to exist, like this person who said, 60 Minutes is a propaganda rag. Ever since Leslie Stahl's interview of Trump, they have gone downhill with nothing but agenda stories and lies. All credibility for the once pinnacle of reporting is gone. Who cares what they report? But Bernie Sanders is slamming Trump's bullying of CBS. He said, Bill Owens, the producer of CBS's 60 Minutes, resigned in protest. Wendy McMahon, the head of CBS News, has now resigned. I say to Shari Redstone, enough is enough. Do not capitulate to Trump's attack on a free press. Do not settle Trump's bogus lawsuit against 60 Minutes.